Hello friends. So today I didn't catch any video of it because it's so late in the afternoon when I discovered this, but this is a 6-frame box right here, and when I came and checked to see if they needed any food, because I still had a candy board on it, I discovered that all the sugar was completely gone out of the candy board, and they had started building comb up into it, and I've already cleaned it up. Well, mostly. There's still, I have to run a heat gun on it to get the rest of that wax out of the way. They had actually dumped a bunch of the sugar on the bottom, but as you can see, they've cleaned all of that up. I found a few small hive beetles. I found a little nest of wax moth, you know, the web, the silk cocoons and whatnot, but it was on the bottom, not actually in any of the frames, because this box was so strong that the bees kept everything under control. And here we are. It was a 6-frame box. I've moved it into a 10-frame, and you can see it looks a little population light right this second, but that's only because they were running over into 6-frame, but now they've got 4 more frames to work with. And as I was changing them over, I checked for brood, and this queen is just laying her back end off. I forget what the proper word is, but you can see there's still some remnants right here of where they were building comb on top of the frames up into the bottom of the candy board. I've gotten most of it off. I'll get that before I put the inner cover and whatnot on. So they're doing good. They're still a little bit lost because you see further down what the front of the 6-frame boxes look like. So when I changed them over to a 10-frame, which is right here, it looks totally different, but they'll figure it out. The girls that are still in the box, there's already one on the front fanning right there. You see her with her back end up in the air, so they'll find it. Yep, they will find it just fine. And I'm expecting in the next, with as much brood as I found 1 full frame of old brood that should be emerging here in the next, I don't know, I'd say week, no more than 10 days. And just a plethora of eggs and brood in all other stages. So I expect within about 3 weeks, this hive is going to need another box on top of it. This one here sitting beside it, I just put this second box on top of it yesterday and found that it had a 10-frame box, had 5 or 6 frames almost solid with capped brood in it. So once those 5 or 6 frames emerge, I'm probably going to wind up having to add another box to this one. Let's see how quick the queen replenishes the cells as the workers emerge. But anyway, just a quick little recap, not really a recap, just a quick little, hopefully entertaining. Don't know that I would call it informational necessarily. I already had I have still a whole bunch of frames that are already drawn out. So I try to take the frames that have pollen on them and put them as far to the outside as I can within reason. And my new frames would be, so here's a new one, here's a new one, and here's a new one. And I forget, I think this black one is also a new one. So we've got new, 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 and new. So these are the 4 new frames that I've put in right here. So I've kept the core frames close together. One of the frames from the old box didn't have anything in it. It was just basically empty cells. So I moved that one into the center, close to where the queen was actually walking on a frame, to give her somewhere to lay. But anyway, that is today's adventures in beekeeping. Yahweh bless.